Alrighty, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we'll be talking about should you summon for Nahida or Hu Tao. Now, we'll talk about this. Now, I'm just going to get my opinion right out the way. I'm not going to make this video forever. I'm going to be honest. You probably should. The Archons come back eventually, but sometimes they take a while. Zhongli's about to come back next update, and the Pirate Archon's going to be out in 5.3. And then Ferran will probably be back 5.4, 5.5. We already just had Raiden literally last update. The Archons are coming back a lot more than often, but still, it takes a little longer for them to come back sometimes. And also, too, Nahida is just so good as a Dendro character. I think she's the best Dendro character in the game still. She just has the best Dendro application. She is just so useful for Dendro teams. And honestly, if you like Dendro and want to use it and you don't have her, please get her, because she is, in my opinion, like I said, she just enables Dendro to be like a top tier team. I think without her, Dendro is a little iffy. On her, Dendro just works perfectly, and I still think it's one of the easiest teams to do. It's just free and easy. I really got nothing much else to say besides that. I do think it's pretty broken. I think she's worth a summon for sure. Especially if you don't have her. I have her C0. I was thinking about C2, but we just have so many banners coming up. So many characters I want. There's so many more 4-stars I want. I have Zinso C6. Celtos to me seems okay. I'm not the biggest fan of him. And Cuckoo, while she is good, I don't feel like wailing for her particularly. I know she's good, but I don't feel like wailing for her particularly. Again, like, this banner to me is not the craziest banner ever. It is pretty good. But yeah, Nahida, I recommend summoning for her. She's definitely worth it for sure. Absolutely. Out of all the characters, I think she's the most worth it, in my personal opinion. Hu Tao. Now, Hu Tao's actually really good still. I can't believe how good she is. She's still really good. Now, in terms of Pyro DPS, she's nowhere near the top. She's definitely have felt the effects of power creep, but she's actually still pretty good in holding on. Now, if you have her with multiple constellations, and if you get her weapon, she can still put in work to this very day. I actually finding a star. I can't believe how good she is still. It's actually insane how good Hu Tao is still to this day. Doesn't even make sense. But yeah, nah, she is definitely absurd. I 100% recommend summoning if you love Hu Tao. Now, Hu Tao is a little bit more if you like her type character. If you only care about the meta, which you should not, Genshin is a PvE game. This is not a PvP game. Don't just worry about meta. Worry about other things. Meta should always be your second or third thing to worry about. But if you are new to this game and only care about is meta for right now, that's fine. If you have good teams, you could clear Abyss pretty easily. Don't care about meta. Summon for who you like. This is a PvE game. We're supposed to be having fun here. A lot of these people talk about meta because that's what people like to talk about. It's fun to talk about the meta. It's fun to talk about who's the best. But in all reality, this is a PvE game. Summon for who you want to summon for at the very end of the day. I already have Hu Tao. I love Hu Tao. I'm not going back in for her because I already have her C1 and I have her weapon. I'm done. Now, like I said, she is definitely, in my opinion, out of these two, probably the more worst one. As where I said, like, Nahida is literally the best Dendro applicator in the game. She enables Dendro teams. And if you ever, like, really like her that much, you get her C2 and her weapon, and you're pretty much good for, like, Abyss for a while. Like, your Dendro team will never be bad if you have her C2 and you have her weapon. You're done. You're pretty much done. You always have a god tier Dendro character. Because, honestly, Dendro applicators, while there's a lot of them, she is still the best one, and it's not even close. So, again, like I said, if you love Dendro, definitely pull her, in my opinion. If you like Hu Tao, summon for Hu Tao. Again, if you're a meta guy, which again you shouldn't worry about meta, but if you like Hu Tao, summon for her. Talk about the weapon banner. Last thing we'll talk about. 4 stars on this banner, I will say, aren't the craziest. I want to say they're not the craziest. We got this. Well, hold on. Let's actually talk about it. Sorry. This is the new weapon that's on this banner. I can't for a reason see why you would summon for this. This is good, but it's really niche, almost too niche. Lions War is just typical. You probably have a ton of those. Dragon Bane is probably a ton of those. This is not good, but you probably have a ton of those as well. Yeah, none of these 4-star weapons are really that good. They're usable, but not good. And the new one, which is this Fruitful Hook, is I do not recommend pulling for. If you want this, I don't know why. But in terms of 5 stars, this is actually a really good banner. I want her weapon. Let's talk about her weapon. Her weapon, Nahida's weapon, is actually really good. It's really only good for support characters. This is really good on Sucrose. It's good on obviously Nahida, and it's good on a couple like animal characters, like Catalyst characters. This is good. Is it insane for DPS Catalyst characters? No, but it is good. And it's definitely worth to summon if you really like Nahida. I definitely would get this by far. It's not. I don't even think this is close. This is definitely her best weapon by far. Staff of Homa is still Hu Tao's best weapon, but it's also just the best weapon in a lot of characters. This weapon for free to me is just like an auto include on most characters. And honestly, I don't like see how this like Staff of Homa was never bad on really even anybody. It's just good. Even if you don't scale on HP, the crit damage it gives, and you still get damage based on HP, it's still good in my opinion for no reason. So I will say the weapon banner is pretty good. I'm not summoning on it because I already have 2 Staff of Homas. I don't have any of Nahida's weapons, but I'm still not summoning because if I get Staff of Homa again, I'm probably gonna. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with it. But anyway, should you summon or should you not summon? My answer is definitely summon if you don't have a good Dendro character. I would say there's 3 reasons why you shouldn't summon. I'll have a video planned on that later. I mean, I could just go over it quick right now. Is that there's more characters in 5.2. 5.2 doesn't look too crazy. We're going to have Shikasa, Lenny's coming back, Zhongli, and Nuviet is coming back. Those are the 4 characters for 5.2. And 5.3, the Pyro Archon is likely to come back. And then 5.4 is going to be the leeway stuff. So, a lot of banners coming back. But she, again, is still the best Dendro applicator. And in my opinion, she's still the best Dendro. I love Kanish and I love Emily. I forgot how to say her name. But anyway, those 2 Dendro characters are really good. I still think Nadia is better in terms of applicating Dendro. It's not even close in my opinion. Like I said, she is, in my opinion, still the best Dendro character. If you love Dendro, summon. And if you really like Hu Tao a lot, just summon a Hu Tao. Again, I'm not saying she's top tier, but for a Pyro DPS, she's still really good at C1. Like, I can still clear Abyss with her, no problem. No issues. She is still worth summoning for if you like her. But if you don't like, not a biggest fan of Hu Tao, just don't do it. You have to be good. Now, even if you're not the biggest fan of Nahida, which I love Nahida, but I'm not the hugest fan, I still recommend summoning. She's just, like I said, the best Dendro character in my opinion. But that's it, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys summoning? Are you skipping for 5.2 or 5.3? Let me know in the comments below. I'll catch you next time. See you next time.